This video is sponsored by Shopify. More on that later.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is
I filmed this video so long ago that my name is Aspen now.
Also known as Made in the Moment. You can also call me
JK, no you can't.
So over the summer, I did a review of some of Hope Macaulay's yarn. She released a yarn brand under the name Hope's Wool, and it serves as kind of an offshoot from her fashion brand where she makes these big, iconic, chunky, roving sweaters, dresses, pants, accessories, like all sorts. And it kind of makes sense that she is branching out into yarn. When the brand first launched, they released these 2 wool rovings, and you can watch my other video if you want to hear me talk about those more in depth. But I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw that my friend Andrea was working with some other yarn that they had dropped, this like really interesting looking boucle yarn. Andrea said that the brand had reached out to her, sent it to her, and she really enjoyed working with it and recommended that I try it out. So a few weeks ago, I went on the website, I ordered some yarn, and here it is. It's here. So I'm gonna unbox it and start working with it. I have an idea of what project I want to work on.
Have you been staring at a blank document wondering what the next steps are for your business?
Yes.
Have you been Googling how to set up a website easy? Well, look no further. Shopify is here to help with all of your commerce needs.
Shopify?
Shopify is a commerce platform that allows you to start, grow, and manage your business. Getting your store up and running is easy using Shopify's drag and drop editor.
I've been using Shopify for the past few years as my primary shop for selling my crochet and knit patterns, so I'm really excited to be partnering with them on this video.
You can easily add additional customization with the over 8,000 apps in the Shopify App Store. If, for example, you wanted to sell digital downloads of crochet patterns, there's an app for that. Shopify also has a ton of analytics that you can see once your store is up and running to help you make informed decisions about your business, like raising or lowering prices and seeing which items are getting the most eyes on them.
So how do I try it?
I thought you'd never ask. For a free trial of Shopify, you can use the link shopify.com/madeinthemoment or scan the QR code on screen. Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to it.
So we have this nice little box here. There's a cute card that says, "Thank you so much for your order." It has like her handwriting printed on it, which is really cute, I think. We hope you love your new items. Happy creating. Love, Hope, and team. They still have this really cool like custom printed tissue paper, which I think is a really sweet touch. For any beef that people think I have with Hope because of, you know, my last video and the thing that I started about the hair bows being like kind of overpriced for what they were, I think she is great at marketing. And the reason she's found so much success is because of her strength as a public facing figure with PR, with marketing, with branding and everything. But enough of that, let's look at the yarn. They had these like mohair cones that I was thinking about getting, but it was like, it ended up being kind of expensive. Like each one of them was $25 or $30 and they looked kind of big and it just like would add to the package, and I just didn't really have any ideas for what to do with them. I know it's a yarn review. I know I can just like buy it and review it, but I just don't feel like I just didn't want to, okay? And if you want to do it, if someone else wants to do it, then you can go for it. But this video, I have an idea of a project I'm gonna make, and so this is the yarn I got, you know? This is what I got. Here's what I got. So this packaging apparently is biodegradable, which we always love to see some conscious packaging. Oh. All right, and here is the yarn that I got. So I got this mohair boucle yarn in cherry blossom and dragon fruit. Right off the bat, love the colors. Love the colors. I think they look even better in person than they do on camera, and they look good on camera. This is 75% mohair, 20% wool, and 5% nylon. Grown in South Africa and manufactured in the UK, mohair boucle yarn. This is 50 grams, approximately 110 meters in length. Each one of these skeins is $18, 18 US dollars. And I got 200 grams of each, so 4 of each of these. And the shipping for this was $25. It's international, I get it. It's a lot of money for shipping. So that's why I bought a lot, so I could really try it out. For all of this, I did pay $172, which is kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot for a sweater. That's just like not usually how I spend my yarn budget, but you know, it seems pretty nice. We'll see how it is once we start working with it. The first thing I'm noticing about this is that it has a lovely texture. The sort of like, I don't know, boucle bits, like the little curls, are kind of flat, which makes sense. It was like squished down in a package. So hopefully those will kind of perk up a little bit as I work with this. The other thing I'm noticing, and this is not their fault, but it smells really, really sheepy or goat-y, I guess. I opened the bag and was just like hit with a wave of scent. A lot of mohairs like this. I guess like the less processed it is, the more it smells, the more it has like a scent. So not really their fault, but that's just what I'm noticing. Just off of initial reactions, again, I don't know what needle size I'm supposed to use for these. Usually with mohair, it's like you need to use something a little bit bigger to let it like fluff up. So I'm gonna experiment a little bit, I guess, and see what works. Let me tell you my plan for what I'm making here. I'm going to do a classic top-down raglan. I'm gonna follow my anything raglan pattern, and it's gonna be stripy. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do for the collar. I don't know if I wanna do a different yarn. Let me look in my yarn closet and see if I have another yarn to pair with this that's like not boucle to do like the ribbing of the collar and the cuffs. One moment, please. All right, after consulting my yarn closet, this is the only yarn I feel like would kind of look okay with this. And I think it's just too thick. And I don't think it's quite what I want. I think it's gonna end up being weird if I try and pair these together. I wanted something that had a little bit more structural integrity for the cuffs and stuff, but maybe I just fold them so they're a little stronger. That feels reasonable, right? Yeah. So do I make it this color with this color stripes or this color with this color stripes? Do you know what I mean by that? Yeah, okay, this is gonna be the ribbing. I've decided. So first step is to swatch. And since I have no idea what size I'm gonna use, I'm just gonna start with my little, I'm just gonna grab one out of the pile. So this is a 6.5. I feel like it'll be a little bit too big, but I kind of like the idea of the body of the sweater being a little looser, and then maybe I use a smaller one for, what's it called? The ribbing? Okay, so here's what we got so far. For the beginning of this, I was trying a garter stitch to see if I liked that. I did not. I think this looks much better as stockinette. If you can't really tell, it is like a lot more flat. I do think this is the right needle size, or at least like, it needs to be at least this big. I don't know that I have much bigger ones. So I think I am gonna stick to this size. I'm a little torn on what to do for the collar. I have some 5.5 millimeter needles that might work well, but kind of what I'm thinking is I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna not follow the pattern exactly, and I'm gonna just start without a collar, and then I'll come back in later and pick up stitches for a collar, because that's allowed, right? A top-down raglan doesn't have to start with the collar, and I don't know what I wanna do with the collar yet. So yeah, now that I have my little interesting gauge swatch slash stitch swatch slash, I don't know, vibe swatch, I'm gonna do a little math, figure out how many stitches I need to start with, and I'm already realizing I don't think I'm gonna wear this. I don't think this is gonna be for me, but we'll see. And as always, if I don't like it, I'll give it to Jaida. And I think that this would look really good on her, especially with her new purple hair. So I'm gonna do some math. I'm gonna get started on this, and I'll film some updates as we go. My initial reaction to working with this yarn is it's kind of hard to work with. The boucle has these little like ringlets almost, like these little curls, and my needles kept getting stuck in them, and just like it wasn't a smooth process to work with. And something that I look for when I'm like buying an expensive yarn is that I want it to be a fun process, not just for it to look good. And so far, like, I'm not super pleased with how this looks. It doesn't feel that great. It's like a little bit scratchy in a way that like maybe is unfair because it's mohair, but I've felt softer mohairs. And it wasn't a super pleasant experience to work with like right off the bat. We'll see as I go if it is more fun, I guess, but those are just my initial reactions, and I'll keep you in the loop as things go. Okay, so I have been working with this for a bit, and here's what I have so far. Thought I'd just give you a little update. I have transferred some stitches onto this little cord, and at this point I'm ready to separate out for the sleeves. But this is turning out quite nice actually. I will say doing the beginning of this with the increases was kind of a huge pain. The little loops on here just kept getting stuck on everything, and it was just very frustrating. But the bigger it's gotten, the easier it's gotten, I guess, because there's not as much like tension pulling on the stitches or something, or I've just gotten more used to working with it. But here's what we have so far, and at this point, at this stage in the game, I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. It's not super soft, but not every yarn has to be soft. I like the little fuzzy texture on it. I think it's pretty fun, and it's holding up its shape quite well too. Some of these boucle yarns get a little too like stretchy. This one is nice and strong, I don't know. And the little curls add a nice texture to it. I will say already at this stage, I feel like this yarn is probably better as an accent for like the edge of something else, and not so much great as its own whole thing. But I do really like the texture that this is working up in, and I have to say, the more I work with it, the more I like it. So that's that.
Anna's crocodile will be built to bite.
Obviously the river was full of crocs. I'm doing a sea otter. You get sea otters in Scotland.
The biggest threat their animals face is the heat of the kiln. I don't want to ruffle your feathers, but you've only got half an hour left.
It doesn't seem like enough time.
It's only about an hour to pull 4 legs worth of suckers.
Just a couple of minutes left now, guys. You really need to start finishing up. Fish is going in, Jenny's going into the drying room. Potters, get your paws, claws, jaws, tentacles and fins in order, because that's 1 hour gone.
Many months later.
Here's the stuff that I got so far.
Do you want to show and tell?
Yeah. So, to start off, we have this mommy jacket that was given to me the night that my mommy persona was born. Insert a photo or a video right here.
We should actually edit together.
Okay.
that
You need to call the fucking lift right now, honey, because mommy needs to go home and crochet. Get the keys out. Mommy's fucking yarn. Get the keys out, babe. Keys. I don't even know how long to put this for. Mommy's so hungry. Shut the lights off behind you. Mommy needs a break from you, okay? I said get out of the fucking room. Where's mommy's special juice? Honey, I said get out.
I think I did the increase, so I don't know.
The pizza. Get the fucking pizza. What do you do? Why are you here? Get the fucking pizza. No, I've been awake this whole time. That's great. Don't even start to fucking gaslight me again. Get out of my room. You're on the couch tonight.
And then I have this, the lemon top that I made.
button up.
Yeah, and I wore this before, and I made them weave in the ends before I wore it. It was just unacceptable.
I'm giving these to Jaida because they're just a little bit too like small and cropped
And
on
they're
me.
all the ones I really like. Every
Oh,
time.
that looks so good on you.
Yeah,
too.
I love this one. The first time I put this one on, I was like,
That's a really good color on you. I feel like you don't have stuff that color.
I started getting this stuff. Oh, I started getting stuff this color. Remember in LA, I got the glasses to match my pants. And then, I don't know if this is a secret, so you can bleep it out if you want. That might be funny. What the hell is this? I felt it on my body, actually. And it was horrible.
Your present is you get to weave in the
I
ends.
know, it's so fucked up.
I didn't even know that was there, to be honest.
And then this one that you made for Emma Chamberlain.
Oh yeah, that's not a secret.
Not a secret. Your face.
Oh, did you not know that?
She went like this. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, that looks so nice. That's also, I feel like this color looks a lot better on you than it does on me. Like this really washes me out.
Yeah.
It's too skin colored.
It's too skin.
And then here's what I've been working on. And
wait, look at this. Look at this.
oh yeah.
Courtesy of Alexandria Massey.
So this is your present. It's not finished yet.
I know. I got a whip for my birthday.
Yeah, so while I'm here, I'm gonna work on as much of it as I can, and then I'll probably just give you the rest with the yarn to finish it. I know it's horrible, but hopefully it'll just be like a little bit of a sleeve left. So I think you're gonna like it. Okay, open your eyes.
Oh my god! Is it like the matching brobies? Like it's gonna
yeah,
like
kind of.
Broby.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to try it
like
on,
Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look like a cartoon character.
I know. Hold it up. Oh my god, with your hair?
I've always wanted to look like a cartoon character.
So I'm actually doing a yarn review for this. So it's not like a project vlog.
Yeah.
This is the video I want you to edit.
Right.
But yeah, what is your initial reaction to feeling this yarn?
It looks really, really good.
Yeah.
It will be itchy, and I will be wearing a shirt under this because I have to wear this.
It's not super soft. That's
It's not, and it's gonna make my eczema. I feel it on my eczema already. Yeah. But I'm gonna it's really,
like
really
in the
cute.
winter. I feel like with the turtleneck.
Yeah.
Something.
Like it's a layering.
Yeah.
It's a layering type of yarn, but it looks really good. These colors are really nice. Gotta give it to you, Hope. You are always good with colors.
And there's not that many color options of this yarn.
Oh, really?
But like it was like these two and maybe one other, like a blue or something. I started working on it and immediately was like, this is a Jaida project. Like this, I'm not gonna be wearing this.
This is literally like what my cartoon character would wear in the winter.
Yeah. I also left the end, this part, on here so you can tell me how cropped you want it.
Oh, okay. This is fine. If you just wanted to do
like add ribbing.
Yeah. Just do this in the ribbing.
Some of this color ribbing.
Yeah. Not too much. Yeah, not too much. It's already
pretty good.
It's already perfect. And then a little bit longer would be good for the winter so that it's not cut.
I was thinking I would finish the length of this
stripe. I think so.
And then add this much of this.
I think so. Yeah, because look, if you
add
down
to there.
Yeah. It'll literally be perfect for a high waisted.
Yeah. I'm gonna pretend like I left it like this so that I could ask you about it, but I really just ran out of time. What do you want me to do with the sleeve? So at this point I was going to do a pretty dramatic decrease down to a sort of tight cuff. How does that feel?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Do the sleeves first. I don't want to do the sleeves.
Okay, I'll do the sleeves and then leave this for you. If I have to leave anything.
Don't leave anything.
So I guess I'm going to be working on this the rest of the time I'm here.
Don't leave anything for me. I don't want to do anything. You know how many raglans I have right now?
At this much completed?
No, actually, yeah. Here, look. I can pull one up for you right now. You know how long this has been like this? It would not be a gift for you to give me another one of these. I literally made a video showing you all the raglans that I have. Actually, most of them are here.
Oh, that one.
It's not healthy.
Yeah, I'll finish it. If I don't finish it, I'll take it with me and bring it back next time. Well, that's all.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. So really awesome fun fact is that it has been 7 months since I filmed the beginning of this video, which is fine. It's fine. Sometimes projects take a long time, and I know this video was to review the yarn, but I also really wanted to give it a good go and
try and make a whole project with it before I gave my opinions on it, and I'm glad I did because I feel like some of my opinions have kind of changed from my initial reaction. I am wearing the same hat as I was in the first clip, different glasses, different sweatshirt, different apartment actually, but same project bag and same project. So let me show you what I'm working with. It's turning out pretty amazing. This is how much I have so far. So you might be looking at this and going, interesting, doesn't look like it's finished. It's not finished. And I don't really have a reason why, except that I just like never really want to pick this up and work on it. And that's gonna kind of segue into my review. The reason that it took so long for me to finish up this video and actually post it was because I was trying to finish the sweater before I finished the video, and I kind of talked about this in my last video too, but like that just doesn't really work for me because I like to have a lot of projects on the go. For this project specifically though, it's a little bit because of the yarn that I didn't want to pick it up. Like I said before, when I was just like swatching with it, my needles just kind of get stuck in the little loops of the boucle, and it just makes it a little bit unpleasant to work with. Going back and like reviewing some of my other thoughts though, I would like to kind of take back a little bit some of what I was saying about it being scratchy. Like, I think for someone who has really sensitive skin or doesn't wear like wool or anything, like it's a little bit scratchy, but honestly, like the more it's working up and the more it's coming together as a fabric, I think it's quite nice. I really do. And I think that like as the fabric has relaxed as well, and all the little, you can see all the little like fuzz and stuff, it's quite nice. It's a quite nice texture, and I think it's turned out so cute actually. Like the final fabric is this nice like kind of airy, I don't know if you can see my hand through this a little. I want to like illustrate the fact that you can kind of like see light through it. It's nice and airy, but also sort of structured. And I think it just makes like pretty good yarn for a sweater. So I think really my only kind of holdouts for this are the price point. It is pretty expensive, especially if you're gonna be making a bigger project. It just like adds up pretty quickly. So maybe if you're wanting to try this out and you don't want to spend all the money on it, maybe you find a smaller project to work on. But then keep in mind, if you are not in the UK, the shipping is gonna be quite a bit more expensive. But that's just, shipping's expensive. And then yeah, working with the yarn is not the most fun experience I've ever had, but it's also not terrible. It just like gets kind of knotted and caught and all of that, but like I'm gonna finish it. It's gonna be finished, it's gonna be nice. And it will be like 5 months late for Jada's birthday by the time I actually finish it, but that's okay. My final verdict is try it out. It's a nice yarn if you want a cool boucle yarn, if you like the colors, if you want to support a woman-owned small business, try it out. I think it's fine. I think the things that I have problems with are maybe just like my own personal experience. I like this yarn quite a bit better than the yarn that I reviewed in the last video. I still haven't washed this or like blocked it or anything, but it looks like it's gonna hold up quite a bit better than like the roving stuff. Like the way it's plied is quite good. Like the yarn is holding up very well, and like the little curl ringlets of the boucle, there's like a lot of them. And I feel like sometimes in maybe lower quality mohair or boucle yarn, you get like a lot more space in between the little ringlets, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot of texture, a lot of really fun colors. And yeah, it's a little pricey, but like, you know, if you like it, I think that the end product is like quite good. And also I did buy like kind of way too much yarn. I think I could have gone with closer to like 250 grams of yarn instead of 400 grams, which would have been 200, let me do the math. So that would have been $90, then plus shipping. That's like a little over $100 for a pretty nice sweater. It's on the slightly pricier side of yarns, but for a sustainably sourced small business yarn, makes sense that it would be. I think that's all I have to say. I feel like I've just been kind of saying the same things over and over again. I do quite like this yarn. I've been trying to think if I want to give it like sort of a star rating, but the problem with that is I don't think I'm a very consistent rater. So if I were to give it a something out of something stars, if I did another yarn review and then gave that a star rating, it probably wouldn't be on the same scale because I just like can't remember. So I'm gonna give this a cool, fun yarn. Check it out if you want, out of 100 stars. And yeah, I am not going to finish this in this video because that's just not what I do here. I'll share it with you once I've finished it. I will share pictures of it on my Instagram eventually, but in exchange for not showing you this finished sweater, let me show you a different sweater that I have finished. My blue sweater, look at that. It turned out so amazing and beautiful and perfect, and I want to knit a sweater like this in every single color because I really, really love the way it turned out. One thing I'm not happy with is the sleeves. The way I did the increases was just like, I don't know, ended up kind of like angular here. I should have done them all the way around like I usually do for sweaters. I don't know why I did it differently on this one, but really love how this turned out. This has been blocked. I was gonna put it on, but I really don't want to, so I'm not going to, but you'll see this eventually. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say for now. Thanks for your support as always. Yeah, if you try out also this yarn, please let me know what you think. If you have used it before, if you're going to try it now, if you have any other like project ideas for what you could make with this, let me know. Let's talk about it in the comments. I'm really interested to see what other people have to say about this. I feel like I haven't seen too many people talking about this. So yeah, very interested to get that conversation going. And I think that's all. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for watching this, what turned out to be a very chaotic yarn review. Hopefully it was at least a little bit informative and or entertaining. And if you want to, subscribe to my channel or subscribe to Jaida's channel, and subscribe to Jaida's channel. And I will see you all next year, I guess. Have a good holiday season. Keep yourself safe and happy, and make sure to take breaks. And that's all. Bye everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Was that a weird outro? Bye. 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 Okay, bye.